It's Crimes Time Live. It's live crimes time. It's out, it's game, but no stream will be the same. It's Lifetime Crimes.
Lifetime's Crimes.
It's Crimes Lifetime.
Crimes Lifetime.
By itself or with a crew. It's for me and it's for you. It's Crimes Time Live.
Hi everyone, my name's Krime Trzynski, and I am a professional at the things that I do. That's why I made affiliate in 3 weeks. It's definitely because I'm very skilled and talented at the things I do, and not nepotism. Hello! Hi. It's just me today for the moment. Maybe other people will join me, or maybe I should have saved the Kristen by herself show theme. I don't fucking know. Hi. But for the moment, it is me. Hello. Please play. There we go. There's my lo-fi. That's all that really matters. Finally, the Kristen by herself show is real. It only took, years. Right. So anyway. Like I said, hello everybody, welcome to my first stream as a Twitch affiliate. That's a thing, that's neat. I'm learning the ins and outs of what that means, but for now, hey, you can give me bits. Wow. And that would be cool, cause I like being able to pay my bills and eat food. And also, hey, I made a little tomato emoji, and you can use that if you sub my Twitch channel. Woohoo! Truly, I think I've given you all the motivation you need, to, give me money. Let's see here. I have said that you can help me eat food, and you can use a tomato. And I think that's pretty neat. So, nothing. Basically, positives of positives of Crimes Trzynski being an affiliate. Pros. Give money so I can eat. My fiance feeds me. And I think he likes keeping me as a pet artist, like he's some kind of Renaissance man, making sure that I live. It is very nice of him, but I would to be able to help with that. The other pros, subs equals tomato emote, so you can bully me when I don't take a break. Hey, thanks for the bit, Alex. Pros. Anyway, so those are the pros. Cons. None. So anyway, I think that's all we needed. We're done here. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Right, anyway. So today's an art stream, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hang out, and I'm gonna do art. I got commissioned by Sleepy to Sheepy to draw their character, so I'm about to try to translate my style to translate Sleepy's style to my style, and I think that's gonna be a fun, exciting time for all of us. Yeah, great business tactics. This is why like I said, I'm a professional illustrator. I went to college. Anyway, so let's do this. Just me and you guys, just hanging out, just vibing. Okay, so, like I was saying, back to drawing this cool cat. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Drawing stuff. And maybe once this is done, maybe I'll work on some amphibian, maybe I'll work on Chaos Fan stuff. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I'm feeling pretty wild today, a little crazy, a little tired, not terribly wired. Fuck, I was supposed to set the tomato. Okay, time to set the tomato, boys and girls. Have I mentioned I'm super with it today? I am the most with it. Alright, so, right. I have set the tomato. So we're all ready. Okay, right. Anyway, as I was saying, gotta figure out how to draw this person. I know nothing about this character. Congratulations! You can use the tomato. Woohoo! It's the most it's oh my god! Congratulations, Sleepy. You made a character that's Alex's Alex's aesthetic. You did it. Yeah, I don't know this character at all, but this will be a fun time for all of us, I think. Okay. So, anyway, kids, how are all of you? How's Trix? That's a thing one of my friends tried to make into a thing back in, like, the 2000s. And, you know, I can say, stop trying to make How's Trix happen. It's not gonna happen. But I guess I do occasionally, like, say it. So I guess, really, joke's on me. I think this is actually meant to have a different curl on this side, so that's really unfortunate for me. Tired but vibing. Alright, acceptable, acceptable. God. Alright. Well, I'm doing this. That's how I'm doing. Guys, I found out about a game today. Yes! It's this character! You guys know this character. I don't. I love that you all know each other's OCs. I think that's really neat. I'm glad. I think that that's a mark of true friendship, that you all know each other's characters. Okay. So I've decided, since to me this design looks like it's meant to have twink energy, so I've decided I'm gonna give them twink energy. I've decided that that's how I'm gonna interpret this, and if I'm wrong, then oh well. Let's not do the mask first. Let's do the rest of the body first. Okay, so I guess we're doing that. Do like a little smirk. Yeah. Do like some little fangsies. We love little fangsies. To know one's OCs is to know the soul of one's non-gendered brother. This is correct. It's true. You can really come to know a lot about a person if you understand their OCs. Also, like, you know, if I like you, I probably want to know about your OCs. That's actually not true. I don't like every OC that is handed to me. I have standards. I have standards. I don't love every OC that is handed to me. You have to meet my standards. Gotta do some little things. Okay, I think that has to go up. Okay. Yep, nose goes there. Nose goes, no nose goes. It's true. You have handed me some stinky OCs. I did still love them, but they didn't hit the stinky man standard. Listen, sometimes you gotta accept people will pay you to draw OCs that give you physical pain. That is true. I will say that thus far, most of the people who commission me, I tend to like the OCs I am handed. I can't think of very many where I've been like, wow, I hate this and I hate everything that's ever happened. Usually, if you send me a thing and you're passionate about it, I'll probably also be passionate about it to some degree. How am I gonna translate this hair? Asking all the important questions. Okay, so if this goes like that, okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Good. This is harder without anyone else around to talk to the chat. Really, you know, we all joked about the Kristen by herself show, but I don't know if I have the power for this. Do I really have the power to make it on my own? Asking myself the important questions, the important existential nightmare questions here in this hour. Let's see here. Other things which have occurred. I got the banana. I guess that's true. I finally now understand the Deltarune banana thing. So, that's cool. Yeah. I did it. I finally get the Deltarune thing. I don't do creative club alone. Like, I draw, but, like, usually there are several people here who also talk and are interesting while I fail to be interesting. Anyway, Crimes Time Live was hubris, and now that I've become affiliate, I have to cancel the whole stream. Goodbye, everyone. I'm gonna retreat into the woods and never be known again. I think this needs to follow more of that shape. I could just do that. But then the eyes feel too small. They aren't ginormous enough to be Crimes Straczynski eyes. Damn, I'll miss you. Yeah, bye. I'm gonna run into the woods, and I'd say I'll live out there where no one will ever know me. But realistically, I will just die, because I will not be able to survive on my own out in the woods. Please, Alex, come distract me with your Elden Ring hyperfixation. Because I'm trying to sketch, and I'm also trying to talk to the chat, and I'm bad at it. Please, tell me about Elden Ring. I don't know anything about Elden Ring. The only thing I get is that apparently Elden Ring... The only thing I know about Elden Ring is everyone's, like, super into it. I think it's a Dark Souls thing, maybe? And, I also saw a thing where a guy was like, I have anxiety, and my therapist told me I should not play Elden Ring, and they knew that I was trying to get out of a therapy appointment so I could play more Elden Ring, because that was the day that they were gonna buy and play Elden Ring. Yes, and that's, that's that story. And that's it, that's all I understand about Elden Ring. You are now... You know what? I like it longer. I'm gonna leave that there. We're gonna keep following that shape because it's a good shape. I see. Y'all talking about videos, James. Like I know anything about videos, James. Listen, most recently, I discovered that there is a videos Jane called The Little Gator Game, and there's a demo for it out right now, and it looks great. It looks like it was made for me. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm really glad we live in this era of, like, gator apologetics, where, like, everyone seems to have finally come to agree that, like, gators and crocs are cool. Like, you have gators daily, you have your crocananas. Hello, Alex, I did not hear you come in because I'm in streaming mode.
That is totally fair.
He is summoned. Thank you.
I am summoned. And now I am here to distract you by talking at length about Elden Ring,
Please
a game you will not play.
Please explain Elden Ring to me. Please, I'm happy for this to become part of my content, the thing where people explain to me what videos James are and then I don't play them.
That is part of the appeal.
You can have one of the 5
explaining-
bits we earn.
Excellent. Just explaining the deep lore of Elden Ring as you try to understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
But please, explain Elden Ring to me! You know, I feel
Okay.
more and more sold on this. Let's go.
Alright. So, You were correct. Elden Ring is Dark Souls-like. It's made by the same people. They teamed up with George R.R. Martin, who wrote the backstory. And it kind of,
that's why
yeah.
he hasn't finished that one fucking book.
Basically, yeah. And George R.R. Martin wrote the backstory. Miyazaki, who is the director of From Software, the company that makes Elden Ring, wrote the front story, basically. And they made an open-world version of Elden Ring.
I see.
Yeah. So, basically, the backstory of Elden Ring, what you get from the opening, is that the titular Elden Ring broke into a bunch of pieces. And the goddess Marika, who was basically in charge of looking over it, is fucking gone.
Oh.
So, no one knows where Marika went, and then a bunch of her relatives in a very complicated family tree that has everyone have their name start with either G, R, or M, because George R. R. Martin, even though he denies this, yeah, they all went and basically fought each other to be like, I want to be the cool guy who rules the lands between, which is the setting in which Elden Ring takes place in, and according to Google, is in Ohio.
So a bunch of immortals fight over Ohio.
A bunch of immortals fight over Ohio.
You know,
And then
that makes sense to
mostly
me. Okay.
Yeah. This is an event called the Shattering, where the Elden Ring shatters, the gods go to war with each other, and there's something called the Night of Black Knives, where Godwyn the Golden, who is, I believe, Marika's firstborn or husband. She's got multiple. I think firstborn. But he's a really cool dude, everyone loves him, and then a whole bunch of assassins with black knives come in and stab him to death.
Ah, okay.
Yep. So that happens. Everyone's sad. Everyone wants to get the god throne. They all just kind of fuck off and go their own ways. And then there's this entity known as the Two Fingers, who are the speakers of like a godlike power known as the Greater Will. And the Two Fingers are like, yo, we need this Elden Ring back, man.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Elden Ring basically has the rules of the universe written on it.
Oh.
So,
Okay, that sounds
They wanna-
important.
yeah, they want to put it back together so that it says 2 fingers rule, 3 fingers drool.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's what I would do.
Yep. So to do that, they awaken a bunch of tarnished, which is basically people who are dead and then get brought back to life, have resurrective immortality, where if they die, and they will die because it's Dark Souls,
Yes.
they get brought back.
Mm.
Yeah. The player character is one of the tarnished, but there are 5 more who are noted very dramatically in the opening narration, which I shall now do an impression of, exactly as I remember it.
Okay.
Arise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, Thea, the deathbed companion, the loathsome Dung-Eater,
What?
and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. These are all important characters. These are characters who are tied into the multiple endings of Elden Ring, even the 4th one.
Okay.
Yep. So then, you wake up, you go out, oh boy, there's a whole world to adventure, and then this thing with 1,000,000 arms glued onto it drops from the sky and fucking kills you, and then you wake up somewhere else. That's the start of Elden Ring.
Okay, yeah, that from what I understand about Dark Souls, that's the standard.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Okay.
You walk a few steps out of your front door, and then you
And
get
then you
fucking
die.
annihilated.
Okay.
Mhm.
So just like real life shit.
Just like the real world, yeah. So then, you wake up somewhere else, and to your right is the tutorial area. To your left is the rest of the game. A lot of people don't trust the right, because it looks like a death pit, so they go forward and having no idea what the controls for Elden Ring are.
Oh.
And right outside the door to the rest of the game, there are 2 guys. There's one guy with a white mask who is friendly-ish and talks to you. It's like, ah, what have we here? A tarnished here to seek the Elden Ring. but you're maidenless, so go die.
You're
You're maidenless!
You're maidenless!
And the other guy right out front is a mid-game boss. This giant golden armored tree sentinel on a horse the size of a car, who will just destroy you if you walk up to him. Welcome to Elden Ring.
Okay, alright, yeah, gotcha,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
I would also like to apologize because I go in and out of minutia and backstory and, like, overarching story of Elden Ring as roughly I experienced it.
That's fine.
So.
I was expecting, this is about what I expected, and I also, you know, will likely never play it, nor will I ever consume a playthrough of it, so, by all means.
That's fair. That is fair. I'm at 100 hours of playtime, and I don't think you have that kind of time.
I don't have that kind of time or that kind of skill.
Alright, so, you go around the tree sentinel, you find other things that are sites of grace, which are basically, one, they're checkpoints, which you respawn at when you die, and you can rest at to heal up, reset the world, basically, etc., etc. And they also have a little golden light thingy pointing you towards where the plot wants you to go.
Hey,
Never
thank you.
follow the light. Thank you for the subscription.
Thank you for the subscription. Congratulations. Enjoy your shame, tomatoes.
Enjoy the shame, tomatoes.
Okay.
Okay, so if you follow the light immediately, you will get bodied because this is Elden Ring and the world hates you.
Yes.
Yeah. So what you do instead is, like, go off to the side, go rest at one of the sites of grace, and then this lady appears out of nowhere like a ghost. She's got a scar over her left eye, and he's like, "Greetings, I am Melina. You have no maidens. I want to make a pact."
What is with the maidens thing?
I don't know!
Oh, is this what the no maidens thing is? Is that what that
This
meme's
is no
about?
Yeah, that's what it's about. This is no maidens. It's
I
Elden Ring.
understand maidens, finally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so one would think that the phrase, "my brother in Christ, this is maidenless behavior," was truly medieval, but no, it started in 2022.
No maidens?
No maidens.
God, oh my god. Okay, continue.
Alright, and she's like, "I offer you a pact. I will act as your maiden, and you will take me to Lindell, the capital city, to the foot of the Erd tree, which is this giant glowing tree that is closely related to the Elden Ring. It did not break because it's a giant fuck-off tree."
Alright.
Yeah. And if you're smart, you say, "Alright," because that's the only way you will be able to level up, is with Melina. And so you agree, and she's like, "Oh, cool. Also, have a horse. He likes you." So, you get a horse for faster travel around the world. This horse cannot take a hit worth a shit. If he gets poked 3 times with a dagger, the horse will disappear and you will be flat on your ass for 5 seconds, which is more than enough time in Elden Ring to die.
So wait a minute, like, is it like a mystical horse? Will it come back, or is it just dead?
He could come back. You can summon him again if he gets knocked out, if he actually takes damage and not, like, "Oh no, my poise is broken, I lost my balance, I'm gonna go away, bye!" If he actually dies, you have a little healing flask, you can use 1 drop of it to bring him back, good as new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you get a horse, and you can wander all around the world. And, the light, which I already said don't follow, but let's assume you do follow it, because you think, "Oh, surely the way the plot goes is the way I should be going." So, you go through this camp full of guards, you go through, this big old gateway that's several miles in front of a castle, and is guarded by not only a couple people at ballistas, but also a giant troll who drops from the sky, roars at you, and the roar does damage.
Of course the roar does damage. Why wouldn't
Yeah.
the roar do damage?
Fuck everything in this game that roars, because somehow that does damage. Yeah. So, you go up to this region called Storm Hill, which, as you might expect, is a hill where it storms, but only around like this 100-acre area. Once you get out of that, you're good, and it's not going to storm.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
More like a storm, like, hill.
Yeah, hill singular, yeah.
Storm hill, and then the rest is like a perfectly adequate cliffy climb.
Mm-hmm. So you go through Storm Hill, and the path of light is pointing you towards this castle. So you enter the front gatehouse of the castle, you step outside, and this dude with a million horns growing all over his face drops from the sky and it's like, "Lowly tarnished, thou art burdened with the flame of ambition. I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Does he
And
also
this is a
say
big
you
game
have no
boss.
maidens?
He does not say you have no maidens.
Because you have a maiden now.
You have a maiden now. So he drops in the sky, and this guy is one of the harder bosses of the early game.
Cursed.
So what you're supposed to learn from this is don't go there, idiot. Go somewhere else.
Did you go there?
So
Did you keep going there, Alex?
I did keep going there because that's where you have to go eventually. You have to go there eventually and get past a horn-faced man who is called Margit the Fell.
Okay.
Yeah. The name will become vaguely important later, but the reason for the name is very stupid. Anyway, so you leave and you go exploring this area, which I've already forgotten the name of. Yeah, because it is so easy compared to the rest of the game that I just kind of blur all of it together. This is a problem I can solve by looking it up.
But it's so much funnier if you blur it together.
It is so much funnier if I blur
Consider
it together.
you're telling me things that you only sort of remember, and I don't know what's going on, so we're now filtering through several fine sieves of
Yes.
misinformation here.
It's called Limgrave. I just remembered it's called Limgrave.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Limgrave is the first, like, major area of the game that you can go investigate, and there's stuff that's vaguely appropriate for your level. Like, you can go into some tunnels. They're inhabited by wolves, and at the end is this beast man who just roars at you. The roar does damage, flails around with a big sword, and then you kill him. There's some catacombs with imps in them. The imps are bastards. They just hang on walls and ceilings and drop down and hit you with giant hook swords, and they don't give a shit if you have a shield up. They'll make you bleed anyway. So you go through caves, you go through catacombs, and you're wandering around. Oh, there's some overground ruins. And then a fucking dragon drops from the sky.
Goody.
It's just there.
It's just there. Just
Why is he
hanging
there? I
out.
don't know. It's just a dragon.
It's just a dragon.
So you go underground in the ruins to escape the dragon, and oh, there's a treasure chest. You shouldn't open that treasure chest, idiot. There's nothing to distinguish it from other treasure chests, but it teleports you eastwards to a region known as Caelid. You do not want to be in Caelid. Caelid is the fucking worst.
I see.
So you're like, okay, I'm in the middle of a mine somewhere in Caelid. I guess I'll teleport back. Wrong, idiot. You can't teleport after you get teleported by a chest until you go touch Grace. So go touch Grace, you maidenless idiot. And you want to try to do that, but the mine, along with being infested by miners who are doing their jobs, is inhabited by a bunch of prawn people.
Prawn people.
Prawn people, yes, they're giant prawns.
Like, are they prawns mixed with humans, or are they just prawns?
They stand on 2 feet, but they got like a whole bunch of prawn tiny arms under a prawn shell on their back and a weird prawn head.
Can you please get me an image of the shrimp people?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. I'm very excited for the shrimp people.
All right, so it's kind of tonguey resolution because getting close to these fucking shrimp people is death. But there we go, shrimp people.
Oh, what a charming monstrosity.
He's so charming. And they have this attack where if you are more than 6 feet away from them, they raise their arms in the air and go, "Woo, party!" and shoot 22 lasers at you.
Ah, the tomato has come for me. Perfect time for us all to admire this shrimp person.
Mm-hmm. He's a bastard. And at low levels, those 22 lasers will kill you, and they will go around your shield, and they will go after you if you dodge, so you're stuck in this fucking mine with these fucking shrimp until you can somehow find a way to just dash past them and get out and enter Caelid, and you're in hell, because Caelid sucks.
Cursed.
So, Limgrave is just this, wow, everything's so cool. It's this rolling grasslands and hills, one of which is a storm on it. Caelid is infested with something called the Scarlet Rot. So the Scarlet Rot is basically super poison. It will kill your body, it will kill your mind. It allegedly will destroy you even if you're tarnished, but it doesn't do that, so you can keep playing the game. And it just mutates people however the hell it feels like it. There are giant dogs that look like T-Rexes that infest Caelid, for instance.
Oh, goody.
Mm-hmm. So, there are giant dogs, there are giant crows, there are more shrimp people. And Caelid is the fucking worst. So, you get out because it stinks of Scarlet Rot, and then you head back into Limgrave, you rest, and then Melina, who is your maiden, is like, I was testing you. You want to go to this cool guy hangout place called the Round Table Hold, and you have no choice but to say yes. So, you go to a cool guy hangout place. They shut most of the doors because you're maidenless.
I'm sorry, there's something inherently funny about this just being shunned for being maidenless for the whole
You got
fucking
no
game. It's
maidens.
very funny.
Yeah. Then you talk to a whole bunch of bros there. There's one named Brother Corin who has a fucking wheel around his neck. And it's like, hello, I'm here to study priest magic. And priest magic in the lands between of Ohio is throwing fucking fire and lightning at people. As one does.
As one
It's
does.
also got healing, but you know, the cool D&D cleric, not the I will heal you kind of cleric that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
There's Sir Gideon Offnir, the all-knowing, who just looks up at you and is like, no maidens, fuck off. The first time you visit the Round Table Hold. Then there is this really old and crusty blacksmith named Master Hugh, who's like, I'm your prisoner here, but I'm gonna make you weapons. And he's a very stinky man. Who... and then there is an edgelord.
Ooh.
I don't know his name. He never talks. He's that edgy.
Oh, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So my character is gonna be so edgy that he's the strong and silent type. Why don't you want to interact with him?
He stares at you with his beady, doll-like eyes and says nothing.
You wonder what's behind those eyes. I don't.
No, don't tell me what I do, motherfucker.
Continue.
So, you continue exploring Limgrave. You go into some woods and you think, ooh, a wooded area. This is going to be fun. And then there are giant bears.
Ooh.
Yeah, giant bears with runes on their chest who roar at you to kill you and also have hitboxes bigger than a fucking car. So, in gameplay terms, hitbox is anything that if you're overlapping with that box, it counts as having hit you and you take damage.
Yes.
Fuck these bears so hard. They can grab you from behind their hind legs.
Why?
Because whatever fucking idiot programmed these goddamn bears thought, oh no, you're still in the grab zone, and then gave them 1,000,000 hit points. Fuck these bears. At endgame levels, I did not want to deal with those fucking bears because they have more health than Hornface Man in in the castle.
It's cursed.
Yeah, but you also meet a friend in the woods, a dude named Blythe, who has the head of a wolf and is like, "What's up, bro?" And he is one of the nicest people. He becomes your friend. You go help him kill a dude who's in jail. It's nice.
Listen, he's the only one that learned that, you know, perhaps, maiden being maidenless discrimination is wrong.
Yeah. Listen,
God.
man. We don't need maidens. We have Wolf Brother.
We don't need maidens, we have Wolf Brother, and that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
God.
So anyway, you keep going around. You go to a bunch of minor dungeons. You think, man, I sure hope none of these creatures at the end of these minor dungeons ending up as bosses aren't going to become common enemies later. Oh wait, there's one fuck you moment I forgot about. Right at the start of the game, there is a place called the Fringe Folk Hero's Grave. And you think, oh, well, it's at the very start of the game. It can't be that hard. And then they drop a chariot on you and you immediately die.
Oh.
There's just this mechanical chariot that goes up and down slopes in a hero's grave, and if you touch it, you die. Doesn't matter how much health you have, you die. You can level up your health to level 99, you die if you touch a chariot.
That's evil.
Yeah, and you might think, okay, it's on rails. As long as I get past it, I'm good. No, you're not, motherfucker. It follows you through the whole damn dungeon.
Oh, cruel.
Yeah. So then, you somehow get past the motherfucking chariot and the motherfucking late game enemies in the hero's grave, and you get to the boss, and you, if you're like me, you bug out its AI, and you take that victory because you do not want to go through the goddamn chariot again.
You know what? A
At that
victory is a
point-
victory.
A victory's a victory. So you go back to the castle, you go fight Horn Guy, and then he dies and monologues for a solid 2 minutes after he's dead. Mostly about,
What?
he's a bitch, your daddy's a bitch, you got no maidens!
Man, everybody's discriminating against you about the lack of maidens.
Why you hate me? Cause I got no maidens! So, you go through the castle, you find this stinky gatekeeper man there, who's like, if you want to get in the castle, you have to go the long way around because they'll shoot you to death if I open the gate. So you're like, okay, thanks, man. But then he's so stinky, he steals all of your money every time you die.
Ah.
The game never explains this to you. You just think, wait a minute, do I have less money now?
That's mean.
Mm-hmm. So, you go around through the castle, you meet this guy named Sorcerer Rajir in there who's like, oh, hello, I'm studying books. You want to learn how to kill things? And then you're like, okay, and he doesn't teach you any actual magic because he's a stupid man. So, keep going through the castle, you find this, badass warrior woman who's voiced by Tracer from Overwatch who's like, I want to kill the lord of this castle. He's a very stinky man who grafts people to him, which is basically taking bodies and gluing them to him so he can get bigger arms.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So,
Okay.
yeah, so Bigger Arms Man is Godric the Grafted, who is one of the demigods who participated in the Shattering Wars. And everyone fucking hates Godric the Grafted. He is a lame motherfucker. He is the Charlie Brown of the demigods. No one likes him. He tried to invade the capital city, got destroyed, and is like, no, don't hurt me. I'm just a little guy. It's my birthday. Then he went over to Stormvale Castle, was like, it wasn't my birthday. I'm gonna attach things to my arms to make them bigger. So you go whack him, it's like, I'm gonna rip off this bigger arm and put a dragon on it to punch you with the dragon instead. This is the first major boss fight.
Punch
of
you
Elden
with a
Ring.
dragon.
I'm gonna punch you with a dragon.
Amazing.
He punches you with the dragon, and then you kill him, and then you get access to the next area of the game, which is, not Limgrave, that's where you just were, Liurnia of the Lakes, which is a stinky swamp. Now, I'd like to zoom out a little bit from Elden Ring and look at Dark Souls as a whole. Miyazaki loves poison swamps.
He really does.
No one else does, but he loves swamps where you go really slow and you get poisoned. And there's not enough room between solid ground, so you just get poisoned. Liurnia of the Lakes is a whole lot of poison swamp.
That's what you get for not respecting nature.
And then back at the round table hold, doors are opened, you can go meet with the two fingers, and the finger maiden who interprets for them is like, "What's up, bro? You gotta get to Lindell at the foot of the Erd Tree and restore the Elden Ring, bro." And then Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing, has opened his door and is like, "Oh, you killed Godric? Cool. Here's the location of a bunch of other demigods. And the ones you can actually get to at this point, I believe, are Renala, goddess of the full moon, who is in the Magic Academy at the center of Liurnia of the Lakes, and General Radahn, who is in Caelid."
Okay.
Okay. And the Edgelord still stares at you.
And the Edgelord just continues to... Does the Edgelord ever speak over the course of this game?
No.
Of course.
No. Oh wait, there's a very important man I forgot about that you meet while you are in Limgrave. His name is Alexander, and he is a giant jar.
I'm sorry, what?
His name is Alexander, and he is a giant jar.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess that's not the weirdest thing. Okay, yeah, that's just a jar. You're right. I didn't doubt you, but like...
He is a giant jar who falls in a hole and asks you to hit him on the butt a whole bunch to get him out of the hole. It's like, "My thanks, my brosif. That is true maidenful behavior. I shall meet you at the festival to fight Radahn." And you're like, "Cool."
What?
Yeah.
I really like that you hit me on the butt to get me out of this hole. Super into that.
Super into that. I look forward to fighting General Radahn with you, because he holds a festival where all you do is just fight him.
I see.
Mm-hmm. He's a bro. Alexander's awesome.
Sounds pretty great.
Yeah. So, I just chose to go with Liurnia and going to the Magic Academy first, because fuck going into Caelid, as you might have heard my opinions on Caelid.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way, there is this discovery that Sorcerer Rajir, who was the dude learning about books, died as a tarnished in the middle of Stormvale Castle against the giant fuck-off tree monster, who's the worst thing. There are several of the worst things in Elden Ring, so you gotta keep track of all of them.
Yes.
And then once you're there, he's like, "Yeah, I died. Also, I was looking for this essence of the Black Knives that killed Godwyn. I think they were ordered by this demigod called Ronnie the Witch." So you're like, "Okay, let's look for Ronnie the Witch too while we're there, because she's also in Liurnia." So you follow the trail up towards a place called Caria Manor, which is home of the former knights that guarded the wizard school. And Caria Manor has hand spiders.
Hand spiders.
They are hands with at least 10 fingers that move around like spiders.
Wow.
Some of them know magic.
I hate that.
They are the worst.
Wow. You know, every now and then, RPG type things make like hand monsters, and I always firmly rate that entire experience like 0 out of 10. Like,
not a fan of the hands.
there should I like hands, but I don't like them as monsters coming for me. Not into that.
Yeah. The hands, they come for you, you get past the hands, you fight a ghost lady who is projecting a ghost because she's busy guarding somewhere else, but she pulled double shifts, so she just sent her ghost to guard Karia Manor.
Okay.
And then you go up to a tower, which is guarded by a dragon who just leaves after you hit him a few times.
It's like,
Yeah.
listen, this is too much trouble. Fuck it. Bye.
And at the top of the tower is Ronnie the Witch, so you talk to her, and you're like, are you behind the Knight of Black Knives? And she's like,
Take the. Maybe. Bitch, I don't know.
Hey, you want... I don't know. You want to help me bring about an age of the moon? And because you're maidenless, you're like, okay!
I mean, I'm maidenless, so what have I got to lose?
Yeah. And then she's like, alright, cool. Now you gotta talk to my co-conspirators in the Age of the Moon subplot. We got Blythe. Hey, what's up, bro? Bro! Hey, good to see you again, man! We've got a giant blacksmith. He's like, what's up, bro? And then you've got Date Rapist. Like, he's an arrogant bastard who's like, I want you to give this potion to women, and then bring them to me to become puppets.
Don't like that.
I don't know why Date Rapist is a co-conspirator in this thing, because Ronnie doesn't like him and he's not doing anything Ronnie says.
I see. They're just like, he's here, he fills, he's a body.
He's there, he's next door, I can't make him leave.
Yeah, like, it would be awkward if I told him to leave, so...
So, Ronnie's plan after you talk to the oh wait, there's the fourth co-conspirator you need to talk to. There's this dragon that's guarding the outside. Wait. No, to be fair, even if you skip the dragon and talk to Ronnie, the dragon still tries to attack you because it just hates you that much.
Fuck, you're doing some real maidenless behavior there, buddy.
That's real maidenless of you. Yeah. So Ronnie's plan is, okay, there's this secret treasure hidden somewhere underground. I want you and Blythe to go find it. Giant blacksmith. I guess act as a blacksmith for these people. Fuck you, Date Rapist. Yeah. So, that's underground, back in the forest of giant bears. You go meet up with Blythe. It's like, oh yeah, I think the thing we're looking for is over that bridge, and I don't know how to get across it. There's no way across it from where you are. Underground is awful and filled with Minotaur snipers. So Blythe's like, I'm gonna go do some investigation in Caelid. And Date Rapist does the one useful thing in the whole game. Is like, there's another wizard who's not me who might know how to get you underground. And goes to give you a referral to the other wizard.
Wow. Thus
We'll come back
technically
to
justifying his place in this game.
Mm-hmm. Now, technically speaking, you can help out Date Rapist Wizard. I never did in my playthroughs.
What? You didn't want to help the Date Rapist Wizard?
Surprisingly, no, I didn't want to help out the Date Rapist Wizard.
That's really weird. That's some real maidenless behavior of you, Alex.
Yeah, that's real maidenless. Don't you know I was about to make a terrible joke. I'm gonna stop myself there. We'll go back to that in a little bit. Because back to Wizard Academy, the wizards lock the doors with magic wizard keys.
Like you do.
Mm-hmm. You gotta go get a wizard key, and you gotta go open the door to Wizard Academy, and the wizards hate you. Why? I don't know. They're wizards. They just do that.
Wizards do tend to just non-discriminately hate people. Like, you'd think they wouldn't, because wizards seem like they would also be pretty maidenless dudes. But, like,
Yeah.
if anyone's maidenless...
Just in general, if you're a wizard,
You're
If you're a wizard,
probably
you probably don't got any maidens. No maidens.
Anyway, it's always moral to bully the wizard.
Mm-hmm. So, you go through the Wizard Academy. You fight a giant wolf who is also a wizard,
Like you do.
like you do. And then you get to a boss fight, which is best described as you beat up a bunch of grad students so a lady falls to the floor.
You beat up a bunch of grad students. Okay.
So Renala, Queen of the Full Moon, is not related by blood to Marika, essentially Queen of the Gods. She was the first wife of Renala's second husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's the mother to a bunch of stepkids, which includes Ronnie and another dude who's gonna come up later.
Okay.
Nowadays, though, she's weird, sickly, floats around, and is like, I shall rebirth thee as a sweeting, fine and fair, as a bunch of legless nuns who are her grad students shuffle around the room singing, la, 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 and you punch the ones that are singing, and that makes Renala fall to the floor so that you can beat the shit out of her.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah. And then after that, there's phase 2, where even if you've teamed up with Ronnie by this point, she's like, I will not allow you to beat the shit out of my mother. I summon an illusion of the goddess of the full moon. And it's this epic mage fight where she can summon a whole bunch of illusions and shoot comets at you. And if you're a melee build, you just walk up and punch her to death, and it takes 30 seconds.
That's hilarious. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Sleepy, the pretty blue lady with the multiple arms, is Ronnie. Ronnie is one of the people you might team up with because you're maidenless, and she sure looks like a maiden to me.
I mean, that's some
You know.
maiden full behavior.
Yeah, you gotta get maiden full if
Yes.
you want to get somewhere in the world. So then after you beat Renala, she just gets back up. All the grad students are dead. Renala's not. And she's like, shall I rebirth thee as a sweeting, fine and fair? And you can be like, okay, and that's how you change your stats around in this game.
I see.
And everyone's like, that counts. You killed Renala, that counts.
You killed Renala, way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, having killed two greater demigods, as opposed to Margaret the Fell, who was just kind of there, then Sir Gideon Ofnir's like, now you got to go to Lindell, at the base of the Erd tree. Yeah, but you can't, because the way up there is guarded by one of two passageways, one of which is an elevator, which you need halves of a medallion to activate, and the other is guarded by fucking bats.
Okay, what's wrong? What's with the bats? What's so bad about the bats?
Well, the regular bats are just big old bats, and they're no problem, but sometimes they're led by old grandma bats that sing in Latin.
How? I see. Okay.
Yeah. Now, the grandma bats can scream in your face and take off all your health bar with one yell.
Wow, hate that. What is with screaming in this game?
I don't know. I do not enjoy it. So I went for the way of not bats and went to go get the two halves of the medallion. And then it turns out I'm a stupid idiot. There's two medallions with two halves on them. Yeah. So one is at a place called the Weeping Peninsula, which is one of the most metal names I've ever heard.
That is a very metal name, yes.
Mm-hmm. And then another is in Caelid, guarded by bats.
Rip.
Yep. So after much agony, I got the medallion and half of another medallion from this place called the Village of the Albinorics. Now, the Albinorics are these artificially created people, and the game has a whole bunch of different creatures that are technically Albinorics because they bleed mercury instead of blood.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes the Albinaurics are just really sad-looking, bulbous fishmen. Other times they're really old, bearded dudes with no legs. Part of the medallion was at the no legs Albinaurics place, where I rolled into a pot, and the pot was actually a dude in disguise who's like, "Don't hit me! Take this and give it to the one lady Albinauric in the game!" So then I'm like, okay. And you go back to the round table hold, and Edgelord attacks you.
Oh no.
Because you have half of the Lady Albinauric medallion.
I see.
So then you kill him, and you go to Gideon off, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, that guy was an ass." So anyway, that medallion gets you to a different big sacred tree. You want to look for the other half of that? Cool? Cool.
Okay.
So, you do that. It's nowhere in the map you can get to at this point. So, just for fun, I went back to Caelid. Now, but before I went to Caelid, I went and talked to a magician, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, you got the note from Date Rapist? I hate that guy." Anyway, you can get underground if you get the stars to fall again. Because you see, General Radon, who is another of the demigods and the strongest one of them all, he lives in Caelid, and he fought the stars so that they stopped moving.
Oh.
So like, okay, you go tell Blythe, it's like, "Oh cool, I'm gonna go see General Radon." And you head over to General Radon's castle, and if you talk to Blythe before, he just does the dungeon for you and kills everyone else in there. And you meet up with him in the middle, he's like, "Sup, bro?"
Hey.
Yeah.
You want to hang
Hey,
out?
they're gonna hold the General Radon Festival. It's a festival of, like, tournaments and fighting and stuff. Alexander's there, too. He's a total bro. Bunch of other people, but they don't talk. And then the dude announcing the Radon Festival is like, "Announcing General Radon! He got real sick with his scarlet rot. He's eating the bodies of friend and foe alike, killing like a rabid animal. And he's got an emaciated old horse named Leonard."
What? What?
So, I need to get a picture of General Radon for you in order to fully appreciate this before we get into the lore. So, General Radon, Star Scourge, the man who fought the stars so that they stopped moving, and fought so hard that eventually the only way to stop him from fighting was to infect Caelid with scarlet rot, is riding on this tiny horse named Leonard, who he's had for generations, and mastered gravity magic so that he can continue to ride Leonard, because General Radon is 30 feet tall. And has swords bigger than some houses.
But
Everyone who worked for General Radon loved this man.
Everyone, please check out General Radon and Leonard.
And Leonard. Yeah, you can see Leonard beneath him.
Leonard.
Yeah.
I see.
So the festival of Go Fight Radon is basically Radon soldiers being like, "Man, I don't want to see him like this. Could someone go give him a warrior's death?" And they summon people from all over the lands between of Ohio to try and kill Radon. And you'll need all of them because he hits like a Mack truck.
I see.
Mm-hmm. And in the second phase, he leaps into space and crashes down into you like a comet to continue fighting and throwing meteors at you. And the instant he dies, the stars are like, "Ah, sweet, Radon's dead," and crash into the lands between, making another hole in the ground, which leads to a different underground city, because there's like 4.
Of course. I mean, that's Ohio.
That's Ohio. There's at least 4 underground cities in Ohio.
There are at least 4 underground cities in Ohio. That's true.
Yeah. So then Blythe's like, "Ah, cool, man, I'll go check it out." And he never does, because he gets captured by Giant Blacksmith. Giant Blacksmith's like, he might betray Ronnie, despite the fact that he was engineered to be loyal to Ronnie, so I put him in jail.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you go explore the underground city and get something called the Finger Slayer Blade, which is a knife that can kill the two fingers.
Ooh. Get
So you go give that to Ronnie, so he's like, hey, thanks, bro. Did you do the Night of Black Knives? I'm gonna go kill the two fingers, bye. And then she just leaves.
Tomato comes.
Tomato comes.
We stop and stretch in this house. Damn it.
Stop and stretch.
Continue.
Yeah. Continue. I'm continuing. You then later find Ronnie and her dead body next to some stabbed representations of the two fingers, and there's a doll next to her, so you go pick up the doll, and the doll's actually Ronnie's soul that you have to talk to like 5 times at a specific underground city, and she's like, okay, what? Yeah, I'm a doll, so what? Go kill the Shadow Man. And then you do, she's like, alright, cool. Go kill this undead dragon man. And then you do, and you put a ring on her finger.
Oh my god, that means you're no longer maidenless!
We're no longer maidenless!
What?
We got a maiden, boys! And then she's back to life. She's like, yo, you alright? Come call me when you go want to repair the Elden Ring so we can turn it into an Age of Endless Night. And then she disappears until that point. So, you head up the giant elevator of Elevator Town and head into a place called the Altus Plateau, which is rolling yellow hills instead of rolling green hills.
Ooh.
And it also splits into 2 different places. One of which is the volcanic Mount Gelmir, and then there is Leyndell, the capital of the Lands Between / Ohio.
Okay.
So the plot wants you to go to Leyndell, and if you've learned anything from where the plot wants you to go, you go to the volcano instead.
Listen, if you go where the plot wants you to go, you're gonna encounter a boss that you can only fight if you've already beaten Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts.
Exactly. You can also go to the volcano because there is this woman named Raya who's like, excuse me, can you help me get my necklace back from a dude who's 30 yards away? And you go up to the 30 yards away dude who's like, I'll charge you a premium price for this necklace. And it's like $10, so you're like, alright, you hand over $10. And then you hang out with the dude and you eat boiled prawns with him. He's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So you eat boiled prawns, hand back the necklace. It's like, cool, I have an invitation to Volcano Manor. You want to go? And you're like, hell yeah, because she's very cute. So you go to Volcano Manor. There's this lady of the manor who's like, do you want to hunt down your fellow Tarnish and spurn the two fingers for the sake of blasphemy? And because you are maidenless, you say yes.
But you aren't maidenless anymore!
You can't call on Ronnie. She goes where she wants.
Oh,
Is that
that's
really
right.
a maiden?
Yeah, you know, when you put it that way.
So she's like, all right, here are some dudes for you to kill. And you go start killing dudes. Along the way, you see Raya. She's a giant snake woman. And she's still very cute because she speaks with the same adorable voice she had when she was a human. And she's like, oh, what? Oh, no, you saw my real form. Yeah, I'm a snake. And you're like,
she's a
hell
snake?
yeah.
How charming!
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy! Wonderful, okay.
Yeah. And there's a subplot about making her forget that she is a snake because behind the Volcano Manor is a village of douchebag snakes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But she's a snake friend, and I love her, so I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And technically you can get to the boss of Volcano Manor before fighting the boss of Leyndell, so I'll go ahead and announce that he is this dude named Rykard, who is the chin of a serpent that ate him.
The chin.
Yes. He is Renala's other kid. He is the Lord of Blasphemy. He's like, I want to do whatever the gods say not to do. So he found a god-devouring serpent, it ate him, and he fused with it, and is hidden in the chin of this giant serpent, and he's like, join me, god-devouring serpent, together we shall devour the gods.
Oh my god.
And then you stab him, and everyone's in Volcano Manor's like, shit. We were doing that for that guy, and he's dead. So Raya leaves, knowing she's a snake lady. Everyone who worked for Volcano Manor kind of leaves. And then the lady of Volcano Manor tries to eat his head to become the next god-devouring serpent.
Ah!
Like you do.
Like you do.
And I pause to take a drink because Rykard's voice is shredding my throat.
Understandable. God, I feel like I've learned a lot.
Yep, we're halfway through the game.
Jesus Christ!
He can't help you now.
No wonder you're 100 hours in. Fuck.
Uh-huh.
Jesus. Okay.
So then you go to Lindell, the capital of the city. You sneak in past the Tree Sentinel, who is a stronger version of the guy right outside the front doors of Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
You go sneak past all the defenses, and you go up to basically the throne courtroom, and jumping down from there is Morgoth the Omen King, otherwise known as Margit the Fell.
Okay.
So when you said following the plot just leads you to a dude who will kill you, you're not wrong, it's the same dude.
Of course.
Same exact dude, just
Same
under
guy.
a different name.
Mm-hmm. I've rebranded recently.
Mm-hmm. So, Morgoth the Omen King is so called because he is king of Lindell. He has been defending it loyally ever since the Shattering, and everyone else fucked off. He's like, this is our family home, guys! Yeah. And is also known as such because he is an omen. That is the source of, like, the multiple bone-like horn growths on his head, around his body. Basically, at random, when someone is born, they can grow up into an omen, which is basically a big, bloated ogre man with a bunch of horns everywhere.
Wow. So you
Yeah.
could just be living the dream.
You could just be living the dream. Now, a lot of people don't appreciate omens for what they are, and cast them down into the subterranean shunning grounds, which is also known as the sewer.
I'm completely unsurprised.
Mm-hmm. So, we fight Morgoth, the Omen King, and then he becomes a shriveled up dude and monologues at you for 5 minutes after he dies. He's like, you got no maidens, you got no friends.
And you're like,
you
but I do
stinky-
have a maiden. Why are you
I
like
got
this?
2!
Not
Yeah.
good enough.
And you're not gonna reach the Erd Tree. So you try to reach the Erd Tree, there are thorns in front of it, so you can't actually reach the Elden Ring.
Tragic.
So Melina shows up and is like, damn, that shit sucks.
You live like this?
You live like this? No maidens?
No maidens?
You wanna go set the Erd Tree on fire? Yeah, that's the first rule of Tree Church, is to not do that, but you wanna go do it? And you're like, will it get me maidens? And she's like, sure.
Okay.
Okay. So you go to the lands beyond, the lands between, to Eastern Ohio, the mountaintops of the giants.
Eastern Ohio.
Eastern Ohio. Now, between all that, you can also get the second, only Albinoric woman medallion, and go up towards the Halig tree, where you will suffer. See, the Halig tree is the other sacred tree of the Elden Ring universe. It's also guarded by Malenia, Blade of Miquella. You know this because every time she kills you, she says, I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella. So Millennia is, I believe, the first of Radigan's children with Marika, and she has never known defeat. During the Shattering, she went and fought Radon, who, as we've established, is a badass who punched stars until they ran away.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to actually get to a standstill, she unleashed the Scarlet Rot and screwed over Caelid, because she's the source of the Scarlet Rot. Woo! What a fun lady!
Woohoo!
Yeah. So you go kill her, and then Sir Gideon Offie's like, "Aight, cool. Have a prayer that shoots lasers." And you can also go underground to a place called Mogwyn Palace, because there is another Omen demigod, the twin brother of Morgoth, named Mog, and he is a jackass. He kidnapped and killed his brother in the body of a child to go kiss him a whole bunch and then try to revive him as a pawn in the God Wars. And he's known as the Lord of Blood, and he's very stinky, and he's just kind of hanging around underground, not doing anything to the plot, but plotting evil things, so you go kill him.
Plotting evil things and being stinky.
As one does.
As one does.
So, you go kill that guy, you go through the mountaintops of the giants. Alexander's there is like, "I got my ass kicked by Radon, but I won't get my ass kicked by an actual giant," and he gets his ass kicked by an actual giant, who is the last of the fire giants guarding the Forge of the Fire Giants. And during the fight with the last of the fire giants, the fire giant trips and breaks his ankle and goes, "Argh!" and rips off his left foot to use as a melee weapon.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. All
Like
right,
you do.
Darby brings up a good point about Mogwyn Palace. There's also a hill full of very sad men, and it's the best place to grind for experience and money.
Just a hill of sad men.
Just a hill full of sad men.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
I just accept this at this point.
Yeah, just go to the Hill of Sad Men, level up until you're strong enough to beat the Fire Giant, and go to their forge, and then Millennia's like, "Alright, time to burn the Erd Tree. This requires setting myself on fire. You're maidenless!" And she burns, and the Erd Tree burns, but it doesn't actually, because it's protected by the laws of the Elden Ring, saying, "Nuh-uh, nothing can kill the Erd Tree." So you have to go find the Rune of Destined Death, which is basically a law of the universe saying, "Yaha!
Yaha!
Yaha!" The
Yaha!
Rune of Destined Death is on a floating city called Crumbling Farum Azula. I don't know how you get there. The game doesn't explain. You just kill the fire giant, Millennia burns alive, and you're at Crumbling Farum Azula. And it's... Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So,
continue.
so you go through that, and then there's this boss called the Godskin Duo. They can go fuck themselves.
I see.
Yeah, they're these, like, priests that wield, like, profaned black fire and wear the cast-off skin of gods. And they suck ass. It's a terribly designed fight. It just sucks so bad. See, okay, so in most duo fights in From Software games like Dark Souls, there's one fast guy who pressures you, and then there's one slow guy who hits hard. The one you'd think is the slow guy is really fast and can roll around the room for 30 seconds, trampling over you. There's no real counter to it. And then you think, okay, so the thin guy is the slow guy. No, he can reach across half the room to just hit you whenever he feels like. The Godskin Duo sucks. They
So
are the
nobody's
worst
the slow guy.
No one's the slow guy!
That's mean.
Yeah, the Godskin Duo, worst designed boss fight in the game. And it's just like the worst of a major problem with Elden Ring, where a lot of the boss designs at the end of minor dungeons is, what if there were two of them? What if we just put two guys in here
If
instead
there's
of one
two
guy?
guys, then it's a challenge now.
There's just two guys.
If
What
there's two
four of them?
guys, there's just two dudes.
Yeah. And from there, Crumbling Farum Azula splits into two major bosses. one of which is a fight against the dragon who was Elden Lord before the first Elden Lord somehow. And, like, it was a big epic fight against the dragons. They were put to Farum Azula as, like, yo, you fight great, bro. And unfortunately for this Dragon Lord, his name is Flaccid Sax.
That's his name?
Yep.
Oh no! Poor baby! Oh no! It's so lame.
Good old Flaccid Sax, the Dragon Lord.
Flaccid Sax, the Dragon Lord. Oh no! Poor dumb baby.
Or, if you want to progress the plot, you go the other way and fight the actual boss of Farum Azula, Secret Furry.
Secret furry.
See, there's this wolf guy who's also a priest, because of course, who was entrusted by Marika with the rune of destined death. And he casts off his cloak midway through the fight and is like, I'm actually a wolf! Secretly, I was a furry the whole time! Woo! And he just leaps around the arena, trying to crash tackle you and whoever you brought with you to fight him. And then you kill him, you get the rune of destined death, you point it at the Erd Tree, everything burns, Lindell burns, the whole city's on fire!
The whole city's on fire.
So, anyway, you have burned Lindell to the ground, so you go back there to go back to the Erd Tree to go fix the Elden Ring. And then standing in your way is Sir Gideon Ofnir, who's like, I went batshit crazy, and throws a bunch of magic at you, so you just walk up to him and punch him a bunch of times in the face until he dies.
Fun.
Yeah. And then you fight, Sir Godfrey, I believe he is. Forgive me if I'm mixing up the names, because there's a bunch of people whose names start with God in this game.
You know, that's a valid question.
So, you go in, you fight him, he absorbs a tiger he had with him, and is like, now I fight as Horalu, warrior, a name you have not heard since the start of Elden Ring with the opening. And Horalu is a pro wrestler. Who just walks forward and pile drives you as his main attack.
I can't believe they were inspired by the wrestlers from Psychonauts.
He absorbed the tiger's wrestling energy. So, there's suplexing, there's fighting. He's like, you good, I fought you. And apparently, lore-wise, Horalu / Godfrey, the first husband of Marika, is the father of Morgott, who, after monologuing for 5 minutes about how y'all got no bitches and no maidens, did not actually die, and hung around long enough to tell Godfrey, Dad, go kill this guy. And then you get to the final boss, Radagon himself, who has been trying to fix the Elden Ring because apparently Marika broke it on purpose to fight off the will of the Two Fingers and greater god powers from beyond. So you go have an epic duel with Radagon, but if you walk up to him too fast, his artificial intelligence breaks and he just stands there.
Just
Oh!
stands there and breaks.
Also, Radagon and Marika are the same person. So, one of them broke it, and the other one tried to fix it, and also they're married and had kids. Don't worry about it.
I'm a little worried about it.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, you kill Radagon, and then this star dragon called the Elden Beast rises from beneath to guard the Elden Ring, and you go kill him too, because he's a stinky boy, and his artificial intelligence can also break if you go up to him too fast. And then, after the Elden Beast is dead, you face the broken body of Queen Marika, and have a couple of choices for ending. One, you just repair the Elden Ring and become Elden Lord. That's the standard one. Now, because we got a maiden in Ronnie, you can, instead of putting a ring on the ugly husk of Marika, remind yourself, nah, you put a ring on Ronnie. And she's like, hey, bro, you want to join me in an age of stars and moon and darkness? And you're like, fuck yeah!
Finally, I have
Finally.
Maiden.
Mm-hmm. Free will for everybody! We got a maiden!
Woohoo!
Now, there are 4 other endings to Elden Ring. Now, some of them are tied into the other characters who were mentioned way back at the opening, who I'm sure you remember, Kristen.
Yes, I definitely remember all of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
I do not.
So, first among them is the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, who is this mostly naked guy in a big sun mask who says nothing, but points to places a lot, and Corrin is a simp for him. So, you go follow a simp and his senpai around as they try to figure out the religious truth behind Radigan and Marika. And then Goldmask is like, oh, Radigan and Marika are the same person. And the simp is like, say it's not so, senpai! This is heresy! It cannot be! What of the Golden Order? And then he goes crazy and dies. And then Goldmask makes a mending rune, which is something you can apply to the Elden Ring that changes the written rules of the universe. And this mending rune from Goldmask is, now the gods gotta listen to us.
Oh.
So you can put that on, and you'll be like, yeah, I'm the Elden Lord, fuck you gods. And it's a pretty good ending, but you don't have a maiden. Then there's Fia, the deathbed companion, who became something of a meme early on in Elden Ring, because you can hug her. Brave Tarnished, may I embrace you? And people kept spamming, yes, but she's not your maiden. She's already taken by a dead guy.
Rip.
Yeah. So you go follow her around. She's like, I am Deathbed Companion. I drain life energy and lay with the dude who was killed in the Night of Black Knives to try and bring him back. Ain't working too good, though. Go kill an undead dragon. And you're like, okay. So you do. And get a mending ring of death, which allows this culture of people called those who live in death, which are skeletons and zombies that have their own culture. I'm sure it exists and isn't just they walk forward and punch you. So you can put that into the Elden Ring and be like, the undead are cool, actually, and accepted as part of modern society.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there is the Frenzied Flame ending, where you can go below and meet the Three Fingers, who are definitely different from the Three Fingers. The Two Fingers, rather. The Three Fingers are batshit crazy and are like, yeah, let's burn everything! I like fire! Woo, party! So you can go talk to the Three Fingers, and if you do that, Melina is like, damn boy, you stupid. You're maidenless, and leave you. And you're kind of stuck with the Frenzied Flame until you get to the Erd Tree, and you're like, for my change to the Elden Ring, I want everything to burn!
Okay.
And that's the bad ending. But it's not the worst ending. The worst ending involves the loathsome Dung Eater!
Oh no.
So, occasionally you'll just run past this dude in crappy armor, covered in poo, and every time you talk to him, it's like, I'll kill you and defile your corpse. So you can also be like, okay, and keep talking to him. And he's like, yes, spread the pox and defile the corpses of everyone. Because the way he works is he got this, like, curse that spreads through him. And if it infects you, your soul cannot return to the Erd Tree and is reborn in eternal suffering. So he's a fun dude.
What a cool guy.
And
What
if
a
you
fun
keep
man.
following this dude, even after he's just this massive asshole that tries to kill you multiple times, you can be like, I put the mending ring of the Dung Eater on the Elden Ring. This spreads the curse to everybody.
Woohoo!
Woo! And that's the worst ending, where you make everyone eat shit.
Where you literally make everyone eat shit.
Yep.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. I do not know what to make of this experience.
That
Wow.
is more or less the story of Elden Ring.
Wow. I feel something. I don't feel any less confused than I was when we started this conversation, but I knew that's how it was going to be when we started. So, well, what have we learned?
Questions.
Questions. I have no questions. I am just... Wow. Honestly, I'm kind of sold on the game now. Good for
Honestly,
you.
if you can handle the difficulty and just learn to accept death as funny, then sure.
If you're okay, if as long as you're okay with death being funny, then it is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, this game is over the top in ways it kills you. There's a dude who teleports rolling boulders to keep rolling at you.
Why? That's so mean.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What a guy. What a man.
All right, you're not totally locked in after the 3 fingers are like, be on fire forever. You can go up to flaccid sex and be like, can you unfire me? He's like, yeah, sure, bro.
Thanks, flaccid sacks. We really appreciate flaccid sacks in this house.
Flaccid Sax the Dragon.
We're all about flaccid sack supremacy here at Crimes Time Live. I guess. God. Okay. Well, it is technically break time, but I'm just so goddamn close to being finished with this image.
I'd say, like, make the break late, because
so close.
finishing up something would work fine.
I'm
as a
so
break.
close to finishing this picture. God, there's also Spirit Ashes Happy Fight. My favorite is the jellyfish. There are jellyfish, very, very good. A+, 10
yeah.
out of 10. I'm immediately in support of jellyfish.
Oh,
God.
yeah. There's a mechanic in the game called Spirit Ashes, where you can summon creatures that help you fight, basically. This is a much nicer thing than From Software has done in any game before. One of the first ones you get is this floating jellyfish, who actually has a jellyfish sister, and you can reunite them near the end of the game.
That's delightful. I love that. That's the best part now. I like this. I like that you can reunite jellyfish.
Reunite the jellyfish!
Does this look from far away? Yeah, that's reading fine.
Unfortunately, you cannot summon Leonard as a Spirit Ash.
That is tragic. That's, you know what? It's a lesser game for it. I was thinking Elden Ring sounded pretty okay, but now that I know that's the case, you know, I've changed my mind on it. 0 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Oh, wait, I just remembered. So, we're going back a little bit.
Okay.
The date rape wizard.
Ah, the date rape wizard, the man I hoped to forget about.
So, excuse me, sorry. Had a snack in my mouth.
What?
So he's like, I want you to give this potion to turn people into puppets to a hot warrior woman. What you can do instead is go all the way up to the loathsome dung eater and give him the potion.
Oh.
So then you send the loathsome dung eater up to date rape wizard, and date rape wizard's like, you sure this is the right person? And doesn't suspect a thing. And that's how you unlock the loathsome dung eater to summon his Spirit Ash.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I approve of this wholeheartedly. It's now a better game for it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you're gonna have the date rape guy in there, this is the only way to justify his existence. Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna add my signature so I can say this thing is done. Hooray! We did it! Ah! I didn't mean to pull the image out of my Photoshop window, but that's what happened.
Hey, I'm free!
No. It is not free. Nobody gets to be free in this household. We're all trapped. We're all trapped with the tomato.
The tomato sees all.
No tomato! The tomato was apparently summoned by me and is now saying I need to take a break, which is very funny. But I'm signing my name so we can take a stream break, so you can fuck off for a couple seconds, tomato. Alright, and then we... Tomato, go away. There we go. It's done! Yay! We all... Tomato has comedic timing. It's evolved. It's dangerous now. Alright, cool. I have finished this commission. We're gonna take a quick little baby break, and then when I come back, maybe I'll draw Chaos Fan shit or something. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe, I don't know. BRB. Crimes Time Live. I'm your host, One Crime Straczynski. Alex has graciously been here to share his Elden Ring knowledge, and also, well, mostly to just explain Elden Ring to me. The most I could tell you about Elden Ring after hearing all this is there's a horse named Leonard, he's really good, and there's a god jar and shrimp people.
Well, Kristen, as I said in chat while you were getting drinks, there's a quiz later.
There's a quiz later? Wait, no!
Alright. First question. In Elden Ring, who is the worst?
I don't know.
Who is the worst, Kristen?
Alex, I'm bad at names!
Well, that's too bad, because there's a bunch of people whose names start with God, and I had to keep track of them.
But you got to at least see what they looked like. God.
I can put up images if it would help.
I don't know what any of them look like! Anyway, I'm working on Chaos Van stuff. I'm drawing Zeus, because it's not a spoiler to say Zeus is in Chaos Van, because what kind of show about gods does not include Zeus? Like, if you don't include Zeus, what are you even doing?
Mm-hmm.
Are you even a show about gods shit?
No.
No. That being said, we're gonna see how long it takes for me to draw the stinky men, and we'll see if I break and I just draw us and Charlie, and thus don't really do anything useful. I mean, it's useful. They're gonna need to have a lot of different faces and expressions, and they're gonna have to be in a lot of things. So I'll just have to know how to draw them, something I don't already know how to do, obviously. I've never drawn them before, and I don't know what our main characters look like.
Obviously.
Yes, obviously. God. So we've been working on Chaos Van. Mostly, we just have a really large cast of characters.
We have a bunch of characters, and we're figuring out the plot. We've
Yep.
got a decent idea, just not written down.
Yeah, it's partially written down in a large document with a pile of words. It's very well organized, because I'm great at organizing things. I am not. I think maybe he gets big, strong man muscles. You see, wait. I should make him. I should. Like. When I went full Gaston, I had. But yes, so we have a lot of characters and we're gradually working out the plot. That's what we're doing. So you'll see Chaos Van in the year of our Lord 2026. It will not take that long, probably. Because we won't be done until 2030.
Woo! We'll be done by March.
We'll be done by March. Would you believe me if I told you I definitely thought we would be doing more shit by the time we hit March? Listen, my brain looks at March, and I'm just like, that's when stuff happens. Stuff happens. You know.
Which March? 2019.
Winter. Over. Therefore, March. Stuff happens. Wow. So anyway, DMP will be done in a year, and so yeah, Chaos Man will be done by next March, like completely done. The whole show will be done by next March.
Oh.
I don't know why. I don't know why my brain is just like, that's when stuff gets done.
Yeah.
March.
This sounds correct.
Hey, thank you for following. Fun fact, you could also subscribe, and then when you subscribe, eventually Twitch will give me money, and Alex and I will get $2. $2 whole. I can pay Alex $2.
Give me my money for recapping Elden Ring.
Yeah, please. I'll hand you $2 and I'll save for recapping Elden Ring. When will you learn that your projects don't get done in March? I will never learn. God. What kind of pose am I doing for this man? I want him to do like he's like, yes, I'm very cool and in control of my life. Like, I'm in control of all things. Because my name is Zeus, and I'm just kind of a tool like that. It's just like that.
My name is Zeus.
It's a good... is that what he sounds like? Is that what he sounds like?
Oh, hello, my name is Zeus.
That's the voice Oz does. Is that what he sounds like?
Yeah, sure.
He sounds like that?
Absolutely, he sounds like that.
She was like, he doesn't sound anything like that!
No, you sure? No, I'm pretty sure it sounds exactly like that.
You said that's what he sounded like.
I did, yes.
You lied to me!
I did, yes.
I can't believe you bought it. Can't believe you actually thought that's what Zeus would sound like. You think a guy could attain any kind of respect sounding like that? Zeus, whiny fuckboy, man. Yes, actually, this image right here, total lie. He's actually just a gamer, bro.
He's just a gamer.
He's just a gamer, yeah.
Speaking of that voice, I'm working on my Breath of the Wild based-ish campaign, and along with goblins, which you really can't have a Dungeons & Dragons campaign without goblins.
You cannot.
There are creatures in the Dungeons & Dragons universe called nilbogs. Now, nilbogs are goblins backwards. Nilbogs, dressed like little jesters, get healed when you hit them with things. and have an ability that will make you praise the Nilbog if you miss them with an attack.
That's mean.
That's mean. I looked at that, it's like, oh, that's the worst. How can I make them even more the worst? And I decided that all Nilbogs, so Nilbog is gonna sound a little bit like this.
Oh no! I hate it!
Why don't you praise Nilbog?
I hate this so
Maybe give the Nilbog a little bit of a kiss.
This is so cursed. I hate it.
Intended effect. Nilbogs are the worst thing.
I don't like being ground zero for testing this voice. I don't like it. I hate this.
This is the price you pay for failing the quiz, Kristen.
No. I don't like it. How do we kill them?
How do we kill them? Oh, you can't kill the Nilbog. Nilbog is just too powerful. Maybe if you give the Nilbog a little bit of a kiss.
I hate this. Why? Why?
Why not?
Specifically the little bit of a kiss that's really, like, sent me over the edge. It's really destroyed me.
It's the worst.
Truly the worst.
I'm gonna find a picture of a Nilbog real quick so you can imagine it coming out of that face.
Oh no.
Summoner Humner,
I hate it! I hate this thing! I've never hated anything more! Here, chat. I'm sorry, I failed the Elden Ring quiz! Cursed. Absolutely cursed.
It's the worst thing, and I strive for ways to make it even worse.
Why?
Oh, no. Man did not extend by being satisfied with his current position in society.
God. Well, thanks. How do you say? I hate it. I utterly hate it. It has it has its intended effect. I truly hate it.
So I'm going to put Nilbogs in Chaos Van.
No! Not allowed! No! This is a joke. You can't. No! You can't! I'm right here telling you you can't!
Just wait. 2030 is going to roll around. The first episode of Chaos Band shows. I did a couple of last-minute alterations to the episode. It's going to be fine. It's all pre-recorded, so it all works out fine. Okay. What did you do? Oh, Summoner, welcome to Chaos Band!
No!
Humble narrator, gonna be here for every episode.
Oh my god, no! Since there's nothing subjectively stupider or more painful in Chaos Van already. I don't know what you're talking about. There is nothing stupid or painful in Chaos Van. This is a very serious story. It's very serious.
Dude, I just came here. What is going on? We're talking about Nilbogs, the greatest monster D&D ever made.
I hate them. I hate them so fucking much. Like, I'm filled with such immediate hatred. God. Just, you know, he just, it's fine. Where would they, why would they, I'm sorry now, god fucking damn it. How do you fit this into Chaos Fan?
How do you fit Nilbogs into Chaos?
How do you fit them into Chaos Fan? Why would, it's a world of gods, Alex, what are they doing in the world of gods?
Being jesters.
Being jesters?
Yeah, gods have egos, they need jesters.
What? I'd ask what god would ever want these things around, but like, actually.
The Fae?
They just think they're neat. The Fae just think they're neat.
They're cute. Look at them.
No, they're not! They're objectively not cute! wait, just like, but they're not!
I mean, look at him. He's doing a little dance.
Yes, and it's horrifying!
It's adorably horrifying. I just want to give him a little pat on the head.
Your voice makes me assume this is Zeffy saying this. I know it is not.
That's my default regal bitch lady
I
voice.
know!
It also happens to be Zeffy's voice, so...
I'm like, this is the default regal bitch voice, but also, in my mind, well, that's Alex's Zeffy voice, and I'm like, Zeffy has standards, she would never! She'd just eat them.
Fae.
No, she'd just eat them, please! No!
Consider.
Charlie, I'm immediately less attracted to this woman. This is how the breakup happens.
Oh, well, in that case, absolutely no. Look, we gotta preserve the ships, and if Nilbugs are gonna get in the way of it.
God. No, it's fine. Charlie and Zeffy get together in Chaos Van, only to break up immediately over this.
Irreconcilable differences, Nilbugs.
Irreconcilable differences. She shows up at the reads like, I thought we had something special, and then they just brought out the Nibblocks, the what?
So let me get this straight, okay? Okay, I'm just trying to process this, okay?
Okay.
So she's a cannibal god.
Yes.
A god of cannibals,
Yes.
who is also a cannibal who
Yeah.
eats gods.
Yes.
And that wasn't a turnoff, but the Nilbugs were.
I hate that you're correct. Because that is what Vincent is asking every time. He's like, listen, you are a free, autonomous god. You're good to do whatever. I just want you to be happy, but she's a cannibal.
She's a cannibal.
It's in the name. Yes. And this was not a turnoff. You know, it was weirdly kind of the opposite. Hun!
Fun.
I like...
She probably tried to eat you. Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. And I don't know, I just thought it was, I just thought it was neat that somebody really wanted me. And Vincent's just like... Just like... Just like,
Ooh.
Vincent's just like... Hon, I don't want to say that your experiences have maybe, have you talked to Juniper about this? Yeah, he said as long as it's consensual, you know, whatever. He did he?
Relationships are healthy.
It's, you know, it's fine. It's healthier than other relationships. Like, yes, I know, but that's not the point.
It's my second healthiest relationship.
God. I could be drawing Zeus, but I've decided this is a more important use of my time.
Of course.
Okay. Wow.
I'm sorry. There was a Charlie being eaten joke that didn't involve Zeffy? What the fuck?
What?
Yeah, apparently there was a Charlie getting eaten joke and it did not involve Zeffy somehow.
Wow. Well, I mean, I guess I'm not that shocked. Burbs get eaten all the time, and she is Burb. I really just gonna spend all my time drawing Zeffy and Charlie? Maybe I'm gonna do that. I would never do that. Who would do something
Surprise
like
Chaos
that?
fans actually all about Zeffy and Charlie.
God. It's fine. This is what I'm going to spend my time doing now.
We could have drawn Zeus, but at the same time.
It's just, this
Women.
just seemed more important to me. I need, like, just to be like, hello, and Charlie just, like, shoves us off screen. Hello!
Hello!
You are no longer necessary. Goodbye!
We're not third wheeling it!
We're not third. Do you want to be a third wheel? No? Then leave! God. Charlie comes across romantic prospect. Oz is like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I guess let me know when you need me for the plot again. I'll just be over here. It's fine. It's not like you're living in my van or anything. It's not like, you know, we've got gods to, okay, that's fine. She's like, but woman hot. Yeah.
Call me when she eats you.
Call me when she eats you. I mean, I don't think she's actually going to eat me. God. An important use of my time.
Important.
Yes. God. But yes, it's very important. Zeffy and Charlie gets to be canon finally. Finally. Hooray.
Hooray.
Oh yeah, I guess I should mention it since by the way, we're calling Chaos God Oz in this, and we're not calling him Chaos God, because it would be weird if he did not have a name and Charlie did.
Yeah.
It works when you have multiple characters going by not names. Oz just makes more sense. You went by Murder God for eons. And it was a really cool thing that I did.
I'm sure the Elden Ring edgelord agrees with you.
Does Oz know the Elden Ring edgelord?
He does. Oh, an important detail I forgot about the Elden Ring edgelord. He dresses in skulls and bones.
Oh my god. Amazing. God. You know, speaking of god killing.
Speaking of god killing, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Alright, Charlie, listen. This is very important.
Yes.
In order to train you how to kill gods, we've got to get some virtual training, you know, so you don't get absolutely destroyed in the real thing and have some, you know, some priority for knowing what to do.
I mean, I wasn't entirely. Okay, yeah, I wasn't entirely. Wait a minute. I wasn't entirely sure. Why are you shoving a controller into my hand?
You're not allowed out of my van until you beat Elden Ring.
Wait, what? You're not allowed out of the van until you beat Elden Ring. That's why Chaos Van doesn't come out till 2030. Because it takes her that long to beat Elden Ring. Like, Charlotte's like, please, I just want to, can we go over to the diner? I just want to eat pancakes. No, not until you beat Elden Ring. God. God.
If you can tell me the difference between Godric and Godwin, I will get you a to-go pancake.
Do you know the difference between Godric and Godwin, or are you asking me so you
Yes.
can cover up the fact that you don't know?
I know the difference between Godric and Godwin. Those are the two gods I definitely know the difference between with the god in front of their name.
Hooray. The good news is my Zephy shorthand is very competent. I had to get good at it for TKO.
You must draw Zephy fast or die.
Draw Zephy fast or die. First two seasons of Chaos Man or Charlie's Elden Ring Let's Play.
So how's it going in Caelid?
I went to the volcano and I died! I tried to go do the tutorial and I died. God, I guarantee Charlie would not know even the slightest bit how to play Elden Ring. Not even a little bit. God.
You just gotta hit it.
You just gotta tap it.
Just gotta tap it.
You just gotta tap it.
Charlie would probably go for a dex build because that would let her run away the most.
I mean, yes. It's just like if I run away, then maybe I can be functional. Maybe I'll live longer. She did not.
She did not.
She did not. Okay. God. No, I do not think she would ever succeed. I'm sure, like, I don't think Murder God really did much in the way of gaming. And then as Cassie, you know, she played Pokemon, but that's not really the same thing at all. She played a lot of JRPGs.
We're playing Elden Ring Go.
Elden Ring Go. Ooh, this is a very important question. Do the gods in Chaos Vent, does Pokemon Go work in the multiverse? And do any gods play Pokemon Go? Asking ourselves the important questions.
I am sure some gods play Pokemon Go. Oh my god. I realized something.
What?
So this is a show about gods and the multiverse.
Yes.
Arceus could be in
No!
Chaos Man.
Yeah, he shows up and we play the...
Yeah, Arceus shows up. You want to play Pokemon Go?
I keep trying to do it, but whenever I do, it drains my phone battery life, especially with, like, you know, multiverse data bullshit.
Bro, get a portable charger.
I have one, it's just, listen. It takes, just fit Arceus into the, Arceus into the
Dude, just, like,
fucking
plug
thing.
it into the car battery, drive around the van, play Pokemon Go, man.
God, I need you to move, Zephy, so I can make space for another panel of this stupid thing, because it's supposed to be 2 panels. Okay. I need you to be less ginormous, Zephy. It's very important for this one moment. Okay.
For the one moment of not Zephy.
For the one moment of not Zephy. It's fine. God, just...
Hey, yo, is that the Cannibal God? Hey, sweet. Cannibal God, you want to play Pokemon Go?
Doesn't Zephy play Pokemon Go? God.
So you can turn these Pokemon into candy. and then have other Pokemon eat that candy.
Is that a mechanic?
Yeah!
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah, in order to power up and evolve Pokemon, you gotta catch a number of Pokemon, and that gets you that Pokemon candy, like Pidgey candy for Pidgey, Pidgeot, and Pidgeotto line.
Ah, I see. Wow, so this is the perfect game for Zephy.
Yeah! This appeals to Zephy's interests, actually.
I cannot believe. I cannot believe Zeffy is just a canon Pokemon Go player.
He just plays Pokemon Go. Apparently, there are a number of different parts of my body that act as landmarks in Pokemon Go.
It's in Pokemon Go. I have to climb Zeffy to see if I can get it. If I climb all of the way to Zeffy's elbow, I'll get a Dratini.
I hear there's a Snorlax around there.
I hear there's a Snorlax if you go that way. What Pokemon is stored in the tits?
Well, I know there's a lot of Swalot and Gulpin around Zeffy, so...
Asking ourselves the important questions here. God. I never actually played Pokemon Go because, like, when it first came out, I had a very old phone and it just utterly annihilated my battery. And I was like, I have to illustrate books, and so I just never got into it. And therefore, I know nothing.
I was one of ye olden crowd who got Pokemon Go, and it actually got me to go outside, and it was really neat, and then I just kind of stopped.
Tragic. I do miss the Pokemon Go summer. We all miss the Pokemon Go summer. Just goodbye.
Goodbye!
No, I think you do not smile. I think that is not the correct face. That is the correct face.
There we go.
Listen, Charlie's expression should always be some variation of that.
Yeah. That is the appropriate hot woman face.
Yes, immediately struck by hot woman. God. I miss the Pokemon Go summer. It was pretty great.
Yeah. My city, unfortunately, is garbage for Pokemon Go now.
Tragic.
Yeah. There's nothing around my neighborhood. There's nowhere in walking distance. Everywhere that would be able to walk, it's just fucking pitchy.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, up in New York City, oh hey, you want a Tauros? You want a fucking Magmar? They're everywhere.
Obviously, everyone just has to go to New York.
Yeah. It's the simple, oh, you don't like where you live? Just move. Fuck you. That's expensive.
Yeah, that was one of the things I noticed when I was like, why? Wait, so let me get this straight. If I want to catch them all, I actually have to go everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what? That's very annoying. Why wouldn't you at least cycle some of the Pokemon in and out?
No, don't you see? Heracross can only exist in South America.
Why?
Go to Uruguay, idiot.
Good. Yeah, just go to. Front-facing Oz can't hurt you.
Front-facing Oz.
Just. I will you out of this zone with my disaster. With my disaster polypan energy.
Exit the ship zone.
Leave! Shove! Listen. one of the things I have decided to do with my finite minutes on this earth is get better at shit posting. God.
Fair enough.
Listen, it's a power that I do not currently have, and it's a power I would like to have. It's not an aggressive. Whatever, that'll do. Wait, I need another. I need an Oz there. There we go. Wow.
There we go. We did it.
I did it. He's there now. Vital use of my time. Just immediately leave.
Leave.
Leave. You're harshing my rhythm. You're harshing my vibe. Because obviously I, Charlie, am great at talking to women. I have a great track record. I do not dissolve into just inelegant blubbering.
At the sight of woman.
Yes, that's never happened to her and will never happen again. You keep seeing his hair as a fedora. Wow, that's very rude. It looks nothing like a fedora. I don't understand where you're getting fedora. Fine. Oh god, that did, however, force me to imagine him wearing a fedora, and that was a really unfortunate experience that I just had. It isn't a life I wanted.
Lady.
The worst. Like, he would, but that doesn't mean that's an experience I want to think about. Like, I'm not saying he wouldn't wear one, because he would, but, like, you know, we don't have to think about this. We don't have to live this life. God. Back to what's important here. So she's a cannibal god. Yes! And she threatened to eat you. Yes, and that wasn't, like, a turn-off. No, actually, it was the opposite.
I was kind of into it.
I don't know. God. Okay, back to actually drawing characters like I'm supposed to be doing. After spending this very important time drawing things that mattered. Zeus, inconsequential. Not important at all. Zeus. Okay, but consider we could put his long hair into, like, a bun. We could just do that. That's a life we could lead. We could give him a man bun if we wanted.
Oh god, that's awful. Let's do it.
It's horrible. Let's do it. I'm gonna give him a man bun. God.
The ladies love it when Zeus lets down his hair.
Oh my god, I hate it! I hate him! Utterly cursed.
Utterly cursed.
Utterly cursed. I don't know, chat, any questions? If you have questions about Chaos Van, maybe I'll answer them, or maybe we won't answer them. I don't know. I like answering questions. If we can answer them, we might not be able to. When will it come out? 2040. March 2040. Anyway, looking forward to next March. I hate that I kind of...
March.
March! You know, March. That's when it comes out. March. I want to give him a... I want to... The thing that inevitably throws me when it comes to, like, doing character design is finding the initial pose. Like, once I've got it figured out, that's fine, but the initial, like, what's this dude doing? I'm like, I don't know. He puts his hands in his pockets. Why?
Yeah.
But Kristen, then you won't get to draw his hands. God damn it, you're right! Fuck!
Frick.
And then every thought I've ever had goes out the window, and I'm like, have I ever drawn a picture in my life? Have I ever made an art? I mean, I guess not. That's why I don't have a degree anymore. That's why you have this degree.
I took the degree.
And also any art I've ever drawn.
Mm-hmm. And I used it to play Elden Ring.
Yes. Why? Wait. Why did you use my degree to play Elden Ring?
Oh, you know.
Oh, you know, just art, art degrees are a vital part of whether or not you can play Elden Ring.
Exactly, yeah. You can't appreciate how much Caleb fucking sucks until you have an art degree.
Apparently, yes. Doing poses for first image is hard because, like, you want something the first person up, but you need to show all the parts of the outfit. Correct. Yeah. Duh. What a mood.
What a mood.
Like, I'm constantly telling myself, like, it's fine. This is not the only picture you're ever gonna draw of this guy. It's fine. It does not have to be perfect. You just need the vibe.
We just need the vibe.
And then I'm like, and then I'm suddenly like, actually, you know, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to draw an art. Oh, well, I can't wait to have half of an art degree. It's gonna be great. And have half of an art degree so I can continually tell people don't get art degrees. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It'll kill you.
It'll kill you. Oh god, why did you live a half-life, a cursed life? I have to give him a man bun though, so very important.
Very important.
Vital even.
Also did some thinking, and if we're not going with the Nilbog voice, the greatest voice of all time, as the voice of Zeus, my headcanon for what he sounds like is Tim Curry, thus continuing my plan to voice half the cast of Chaos Man.
Alex, you can't voice every character in Chaos Man.
Watch me!
I can't wait to do this first episode, and then it's just me, and then you play every other character.
You voicing every character.
We're like, all right, we're sitting down for this recording session, this live recording session, to really get like that improv vibe. So there's me, and then Alex, Alex, and most importantly, Alex.
Alex.
But what if we get actual Tim Curry into the Blood Pact? You know, you're right. That's true. We aren't relying on my worrying power to get people into Blood Pacts. We really should be taking more advantage of my ability to start cults and lure people, unsuspecting people into Blood Pacts.
Yep.
So, like, yeah, I guess I'll have to lure Tim Curry into the Blood Pact.
Listen, if the guy who created Mighty Magiswords can voice half the cast of Mighty Magiswords, then obviously I can voice half the cast of Chaos Man.
I mean, listen, it's true you could. You do have that power. You have that ability, that skill.
Surprise, it's been me, Tim Curry, the whole time.
You decide to level up from playing 5 characters all talking to each other in DMP to like 20. No,
You underestimate my power.
No, it's fine. Please keep typing in the chat, even if it's just one person talking. It helps. I like seeing people talk in the chat, even if it's just one person.
I like to watch you talk.
Stop! Why? Why did you have to say it like that?
Like what?
Like a terrifying, scary man.
That's just how I talk. That's my regular voice.
That's just your regular voice.
Yeah, this is just a character voice I put on, and like when I get off stream, it's like, wow, Kristen, that was a really good stream. I enjoyed talking about Elden Ring.
Alex, why are you pulling back the curtain on our personal lives like this?
That's how you make a good stream, Kristen. You give them a parasocial relationship. You
Yes.
give them enough fun facts to make them think they know you.
That's right.
And then once they try to get close, you tell them to fuck off.
Yep, that's what we're doing. Chat, please. We're only telling you, though, so, you know, keep it between us. Wink!
It's just us, the close friends here in chat. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Wow, I gotta say, adding this man bun is the best decision I've ever made. I immediately hate him. Like, I've never immediately hated someone more. Thanks for sitting through the ad. Now I can give Alex $2 for explaining Elden Ring.
$2.
$2. You missed Alex sharing his real true voice. That's what he sounds
This
like.
is my real true voice. I talk like this all the time off stream.
It's true, that's how he talks. That's actually what he's like, for realsies,
Yeah.
I promise. Not making it up. Good.
My other voice is just, you know, this is just a thing I do. I put on a voice. It's a character voice. I'm like a VTuber that way.
You're this. Is this a setting in voice mod?
Yeah, that's my VTuber voice setting.
God. You know, well, that's that. I guess I'm gonna have to start using my own real voice and stop using my VTuber voice. I don't have one. I couldn't put on a voice if I tried. It's fine.
Just do the mafia voice.
Just wow! Fuck you! Yeah, my cool mafia voice. Thank you. Thank you so much for making me do that in front of people. Did you have a fun time? Alex, did you
I
have
had
a
an
good
amazing
time?
Yes.
Do you feel
I felt-
proud of yourself?
Incredibly, yes. I was thinking, what was the worst possible casting I could do for this shit post of a story? And I was like, Kristen is the mafia.
What, are you implying that my normal cadence does not... Are you implying that I don't... Are you implying that I don't follow the way of the house husband? To you. Happy birthday to you. I'm just trying to imagine someone coming into this stream, like this is the first thing they encounter is you grumbling like a fucking garbage disposal into the microphone. Oh my god!
Hello everybody, this is Corpse Husband. I'm guest starring in Crimes Time Live.
Oh my god.
Well, that's just what just happened. Amazing. Hello.
Hello, welcome to our stream. I'm making art while Alex torments me. Thank you for following.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to this.
Welcome to this. You can subscribe to threaten us with tomatoes, I guess. It's part of the brand now. Welcome to this. You subscribe for content like this weekly. God.
Thursday, and sometimes I'm
Thank you. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to tell Rob that I have to get rid of the theme song he made for me. I'm gonna need you to do a version of my theme song in this voice.
Done by definitely corpse husband.
Oh my god.
Everybody does her. She is in the world. Mr. Kristen by herself.
Oh my god. No, stay! I promise we're really nice people. Comedic timing has been on point tonight.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it, oh no, I didn't hit the tomato! No wonder it hasn't threatened me recently. I should stop and stretch.
Here's a tomato. Better check this time.
I'm gonna listen to the tomato and stretch. God. Oh, man. Well, what have we learned? Well, the tomatoes stare threateningly.
General Radon's horse is named Leonard.
Yes, and, no maidens.
No maidens.
No
That
maidens.
is maidenless behavior.
That's maidenless behavior right there. You know, you're right. Doing the weird garbage disposal voice is some real maidenless behavior.
Maidenless behavior.
We've learned the name of the horse is Leonard.
Yeah.
There's shrimp people. We've learned Zeffy good. We've learned about reverse goblins. Regrettably.
Oh yeah, we did learn about it.
Yeah!
Got him a new box. Okay. Hypothetical question.
Okay.
Would you rather the Nilbog sounded like that, or with my corpse husband voice?
They're both uncomfortable on different levels. So the problem with the goblin voice is I just think of, like, my friend Ethan had this stupid joke where he would do a voice just like he'd be like, I'm the old pickle tickler, I'm here to tickle your pickle, and I'm just like, that's the most uncomfortable fucking thing I've ever heard. And so I'm like, flashbacks to that, or happy birthday. Yes, it is the same Ethan from Jimmy John's. The same man. I'm not gonna tell the What's Up Tiger Lily story. There's not enough time left in the stream for that.
Yeah, no. We need at least a full stream for a proper What's Up Tiger Lily story.
Yes. I cannot wait for the full stream What's Up Tiger Lily challenge. Nothing says fuck all of you for following me. Like, let's do What's Up Tiger Lily for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support. Now, listen, now that IR is dead, I have to continue the legacy.
The legend.
The legend. Listen, I think about the fact, like, one of the things that I genuinely miss about, like, working a day job is, you know, routinely we would get new people, and everyone would be like, Kristen, they haven't heard the What's Up Tiger Lily story, and, like, half of the workplace would come into the lunchroom and others would immediately get up and leave. As they're all, like, you are either there to watch me ruin this person, and you're just like, no, I never want to hear the story again, I'm gone. And I miss that experience. I no longer get to have that because we never have new coworkers anymore here in IR. Here in the IR death zone, there are no new people, and even if there were new people, they would already know it. It's tragic. I miss it. I do have this new channel. It is a new start. In theory, I could tell it again, but the problem is I would have to find someone who didn't already know it. Nothing is ever going to beat the power of, like, Split Guardian just losing his fucking mind for like a solid 14 minutes. Absolutely delightful.
Mm-hmm.
I visited one Split Guardian, and I was at his house, and I gazed upon his desk, and I thought to myself, this is the desk that he nearly destroyed during the What's Up Tiger Lily story. This is the place. This is the moment.
I am here seeing history.
I am here seeing where history happened. I'm not thinking, like, you know, this is where DMP happens. I'm not thinking this is where we did Call of Cthulhu. I'm thinking this is where the What's Up Tiger Lily story nearly broke this man. Okay, back to drawing Bastard Man now that the tomato says I can start again. God, I hate him. No! Okay. So, horrible Zeus man. The tomato has spoken. We may now begin. But yes, I suppose I feel like I should go with the reverse goblin voice.
Yeah.
Regrettably.
Just based on the test, reverse goblin voice, the higher pitched one is a lot worse than the corpse husband.
It is so much worse. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's just like, I'm looking at this guy and he feels like somebody who's really into CrossFit. Which is the vibe I want. I want him to feel like he's really into CrossFit.
He has a Peloton.
Is there a god CrossFit?
I'm sure there is a god of fitness somewhere. Let me look it up.
Well, I mean, like, it's not so much like the god of fitness. What I'm asking is there like a god fitness MLM? Is there like, are there a bunch of gods who are like just dude bros who are super into fitness?
I understand what you're asking. However, if there's a god associated with fitness in the sense of get those gains, get strong, get muscled up, he would be the one at the top of the pyramid.
You're right. Ah, fitness MLMs. Sorry, I just imagined there's a god that's just an MLM god. It's just a god of pyramid schemes.
It's me, Ra, god of the sun, and I'm at the top of the pyramid supporting you!
God, so Grand Rapids is like the Amway capital. So that shit's all over there. Like, my old print job, we printed shit for Amway, and that shit reads like a cult. It's really something special. But they actually did have a printout that was like, if you flipped it upside down, it was a pyramid. Like, your charts just, and at one point, they commissioned a building to be made, and it's a pyramid. It's actually a fucking pyramid, but in the 2008 financial crash, they lost the pyramid. And now it belongs to a gym or something, and I just think that's really great. There is, you know, the universe itself can be very funny sometimes. Anyway, I'm down at the bottom of the pyramid, down here supporting you. Be your own boss. God.
Alright, so, research complete.
Okay.
I've learned 2 fun facts.
All right.
1, Kratos from God of War was accidentally named after a real god.
What?
Yeah, there's an actual Greek god named Kratos who's the god of strength, and
Oh.
they did not know about him when they named Kratos from God of War.
That's very funny.
And 2, if we're looking for whoever's going to be running CrossFit, Heracles.
Heracles. Yes, that makes sense. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's Heracles.
Heracles.
I've got a 12 labor program just for
Oh
you.
my god! He's just like squeezes her tiny stick arms, and he's just like, oh, okay, you're new at this, right? You know what? That's okay. We've got a program for beginners. 12 steps. And she was like,
Yeah.
I really don't need.
Hop up on the Peloton. We'll get those glutes going.
Which is extra ridiculous, because it's like, listen, gods can be as fit as they fucking want. There's no good reason, and he's just like, no.
We gotta get them gains, bro.
Gotta get them gains, bro. And there's all these other gods that are like super into it. Like, you know, it's like you don't need to do this. You're a god. Like, you can be as fit as you. You know, it just helps me find my center. You know, it starts my morning off right.
Yeah. Gets me that energy I need to get going, you know?
You're a god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Charlie has the proportions of a bobblehead. She couldn't gain muscle if you tried. You are correct. A buff Charlie is impossible.
Buff Charlie is a cursed concept.
It's a very cursed concept. I truly hate the thing I just uttered. God. Literally impossible. I think the second Sonic movie should have had the old Sonic design. No. No.
The Sonic movies would be better movies if they had the freakish goblin Sonic.
Who would win, Buff Charlie or Anime Titties Charlie? Ugh. Oh, I hate this. This is a bad question, and I don't like it. This is evil. God. So, I mean, I guess I do regrettably have examples of Anime Titties Charlie, so
Yeah. If I looked hard enough, I'd probably be able to find Buff Charlie too.
yeah. God. I'm just imagining now, like, someday Chaos Van really picks up and someone's like, I fixed Charlie's proportions. If she can hold that sword, she has to be buff. And also, there you go. She has boobs now. And I'd be like, no, the whole point is she has none boob. She has anti-boob. God. I have, yes, Juno has made shitpost buff murder god. That does exist. I guess I choose buff murder god because I hate anime titties. I hate anime titties murder god with every fiber of my being. Like, buff murder god is cursed, but kind of a funny cursed. I hate giant anime booba. It makes me so, like, unreasonably annoyed.
Yeah. Also, oh yeah, I found Buff Murder God.
Hooray! You found her. She exists. They all exist.
It's there.
It's there. Listen, I'm just thinking of the couple of people who have informed me that Charlie is their waifu, and they don't even really watch DMP. They're just like, that's just my waifu. She's just good waifu material. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm glad I made a good waifu.
I'm just putting her down as my waifu alongside Baron Praxis from Jak 2.
Baron Praxis from Jak 2.
Yeah, so for reasons reasons, I was looking up what the gender-neutral term for waifu would be, and the first result was on r/waifus. Now, they have a banner of various waifus in a little chibi form up on top. They've got, like, Cynthia from Pokemon. They've got Hatsune Miku. They've got the cast of Konosuba, I think it is. And then there's Baron Praxis from Jack 2.
Yes, known waifu Baron Praxis from Jack 2. My favorite character, Baron Praxis.
I googled him. Baron Praxis, musical artist.
Oh my god.
Baron Praxis, known for his rap career and his husbandos, I guess.
Oh my god. My favorite part about that is somebody looked at, here I will show the chat Baron Praxis for those who
So they can appreciate this waifu.
Everyone please appreciate best waifu, Baron Praxis. Behold, perfect waifu.
Yeah. Diogenes bursts into the forum. Behold a waifu!
Wow. Hang on. An important use of my time. God. My favorite part about that is somebody saw that and went, oh my god, someone is of refined taste. Somebody gets it. Finally,
I'm not alone in my Baron Praxis love.
Finally, I'm not alone. In my love of Baron Praxis. God. Anyway, the gender-neutral term for waifu is spouso. Which
My
was...
search was worth it to find that.
It was necessary for reasons. So there's someone in this world whose gay awakening was Baron Praxis. You know, good for them. I'm proud of whoever made that for, you know, really just going for what they want. Proud of them.
All right, let's poll the community to see what some of the most common waifus are, so we can put them in the banner. Baron Praxis.
Baron Praxis. What? And then just the entire community is just like Baron Praxis.
Baron Praxis. Yeah, it's like those old memes where Jeb Bush wins everything except instead of Jeb, it's Baron Praxis. Jeb Bush, please clap.
Please clap. Oh, man. God. Well, this has been a hell of a stream. I feel we've learned some things. Oh my god. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the folks at home, Alex?
Thank you, those of you who've been lurking in the chat. Even if you're not typing anything, we love you for coming in to visit us.
Thank you.
Leonard is the third best character in Elden Ring.
Most important character in Elden Ring.
No, the third most important.
Okay, right. We've all learned what is and isn't maidenless behavior.
No bug, no
Oh my god. Okay. And, where are your seatbelts?
We learned Zephy good, Zeus bad.
Zeus bad. What are you talking about? What about this guy? Listen, I think he looks like an A-okay dude. Definitely the vibe I get from this man.
Nice fella.
Good dude. I feel we've learned a lot this evening. I realized this is still called woman initiated. I will now finish this stream with this singular image, for I made a thing the other day, and I desire to show everyone this very important image I made, if I can find it. So I'm in a D&D campaign that I'm just starting. I'm playing a cheerleader. It's very important that you know this. But I drew a shitpost, and I have to show this frame because I feel it is vital. Just trying to come up with a real crusher. Something really crushing to say. And anyway, if my characters can't do that, they aren't really my character unless they stutter, like, fruitlessly for at least 30 seconds. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I think that is the spot to end. Tune in on Thursday to watch me be bad at Deltarune again. Yay! I'm probably gonna lose to Queen, and then I'm probably gonna lose to Spamton. Woo! Yay! Alright, bye. See you on Thursday. Love you all. Bye! Bye, 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 bye.